Kyle here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna show you how I put together a device like this to connect any VR glasses to any streaming devices, such as Google Chromecast 4K with a remote and voice input remote. Amazon Fire Stick, also with a remote. They all have the male HDMI output. And ultimately, my plan is to make the Apple TV portable and change the AC input to a USB-C input, make it completely portable and use them in my pocket. This is a very compact setup and budget-friendly setup to watch movies on the go. And since it has internal storage, I can download Netflix movies or Apple TV content and store it internally here, and I can use it without Wi-Fi connection. Just to show you what it's like. And again, I'm using the VR glasses from Roku, but you can make it work with any VR glasses. It's like 120 inches massive screen. That's an action camera, so yeah, probably won't get the best image quality with this demo. But trust me, this is a great experience. And then if I connect a pair of Bluetooth earbuds, I can control play and pause without the remote. But with the remote, there are a lot of more possibilities. So how this works, I'm gonna break it down. So the most important component in this setup, besides the streaming device, of course, I'm using a 4K Nebula Anchor sent me a long time ago. But this is the streaming device, just like the Google Chromecast. And later, I'm gonna put this one on a battery bank to show you, how it may work with a female connection. And the core component is this Ugrain HDMI to USB-C output device. So the AR glasses has a USB-C to C cable. This has DisplayPort signal, and it will be running in DisplayPort alternate mode, I think. So this is attached to the battery bank with double-sided tape. It has an integrated USB, this is the HDMI cable that goes into the adapter. This may not be necessary if we use Chromecast later, but I've been using this setup for the past 2 weeks, so I like how compact it is. I'm using a right angle micro HDMI. So this device has a micro HDMI input output instead of a full-size HDMI. So I had to convert it to the full-size HDMI to work with the USB adapter. So if you connect this adapter to a PlayStation 5 or Xbox, it may also work and make your VR glasses a huge display for these gaming consoles. Then this thing is powered by a micro USB poor choice of input, in my opinion. It's a micro USB cable connected to the battery bank, and the battery bank has the percentage power display. I can keep an eye on the runtime. I think it should last me more than 10 hours in my, based on my rough estimation. And this consumes 5 volts, about 0.3 amps, so 1.5 watts of power consumption. And this has the similar power consumption. So the total power consumption of this package is about 3 watts. Then this Nebula device is also powered by micro USB, a very old device, but it still works good. Again, it is powered by the same battery bank, and that's how everything comes together. Then all I gotta do is to plug in to the HDMI to USB-C converter. A USB-C, this is a display port essentially in the form of USB-C. and I can charge it and use it at the same time if I ran out of battery. But just the characteristic of this battery bank, I connect the power, it will cut off, so everything will reboot, but it will start up in about 20 to 30 seconds. Not a huge deal. And then I got this. So in this setup, as you can see, I don't have a full size HDMI, and I kind of have to convert. There's a lot of cables going on. So I got this one on Amazon. It's a much more compact one now. You don't have to worry about the cables. It has HDMI input and USB-C output. Itself is powered by the USB-C input. This is for power only. So with a Fire Stick, it's a lot more compact, right? So you can glue this part to the battery bank and use a right angle USB-C cable to power the adapter itself. Then, since the Fire TV always has a micro USB input for power, I had to use micro USB connection just to power it. I hate this type of connection, by the way. So anyway, so this is how you can watch the Fire TV like this and connect your AR glasses of your choice like so. If you buy a right angle, a shorter micro USB cable, this will look a lot better. And then you can have full access to Alexa and or your offline contents and control everything by the remote. This is a great watching experience. And of course, for those of you prefer a simpler solution, if you have a Samsung phone, this DeX mode works great. You just directly plug it into the Samsung phone. This will work the same, but I really prefer this type of physical remote. And the best watching experience will be on the Apple TV, which I will cover in my next video. I'm gonna do a mod upgrade to change the power source of the Apple TV to make it portable. So that's for another video. But today, again, for those of you who already have the Google Chromecast, you can do the same. By the way, let me show you the powered on display here. So you can see the Fire TV is really running right now. So that's the Fire TV. It's kind of hard to see. It's running and, oops, just knocked off my camera. All right, for those of you who prefer Google Chromecast, this is how you can potentially do it, since it already also has a built-in HDMI cable. I like this adapter, it's all metal. You do this, you can, if there's a small enough battery bank, if I can find a slimmer battery bank, this is a super portable setup. Yeah, I just couldn't find a better battery bank at this point. So you power the adapter, plug it in, and somehow power the Google Chromecast with a USB-C cable. You can see the indicator light came on. YouTube, Netflix, that's basically all I need. And it will boot up. The glasses can plug in like so. And a double-sided tape can be used like this, just like this setup, to glue everything together. Again, right angle cable is preferred to make it more compact. It doesn't have to stick out this much. If I can find a slimmer battery bank, I can create a 3D printed enclosure and make this a much portable setup. Okay, it's coming on. I can show you what it looks like again. It's all running on the similar Google TV OS. It's all like this. Great watching experience, by the way. I really enjoy watching movies this way. And when I travel, I feel like this is a more compact setup than the Apple Vision Pro. Lastly, I want to show you what it's like to use the Samsung S25 FE edition in the DeX mode. So you can click here and the phone turns to a trackpad. And then this is what I'm looking at right now. It's a desktop experience, but there are pros and cons with this. I may talk about this in a more detailed video review. Yeah, due to lack of a physical remote, you need to use this thing as a trackpad and use the mouse to click on the YouTube icon to launch it and two finger to scroll. It's a lot bit more difficult to use, but on the bright side, it has 100 gigabits of storage space. You can download a lot of movies and watch it on the plane, on the go, and has an integrated battery, has OLED screen, and you can power the screen off when watching movies. And this is a more of a all-in-one compact solution. This is probably the most people would use it, but with this kind of setup, it's very, very affordable, and you can reuse your existing device for at a fraction of cost, the cost of a phone, maybe 1/10 of the cost, and have a full remote voice control remote, and grab your earbuds. I also think, yeah, a very affordable and user-friendly solution for if you use these streaming devices with glasses to watch movies. I use it a lot because this image always stays right in front of my face, right in my face. It moves with my head. And when I'm working here, my 50% of my vision, I can still see the things on the desk, and if I look forward, I can see the screen. If I'm watching a YouTube video tutorial to do something, I can do the thing here without blocking my vision. I can do my thing or have some random video playing or have some music playing, whatever, and it's quite comfortable. I can wear it for watch movie for 2 hours without any problem. Yeah, it's a great universal solution for any AR glasses with USB-C connection. Yeah, so if you're new to my channel, definitely stay tuned, and I'm going to convert this one. I think I'm gonna do the conversion right after recording this video to change it to the USB-C power input. All right, thank you very much for watching. Hope you find this video helpful. Stay tuned. Bye.